Okay.
A bunch of different stuff. Just want to kick it live, make sure they can hear us. How you been, buddy?
I'm good, man.
Yeah.
Good. Just got back to work a little bit, so just trying to keep my head above water.
So did you say you got a new house?
Yeah, we bought a house that closed on it in May. Was it May? Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
I can hear that the
yeah,
feedback.
yeah. Usually, I finally figured out how to do it so I could. I just got big speakers now, so it's a lot easier to hear you than just the microphone.
Gotcha.
So, and then we're just waiting on Scott, and also I think Tyler.
Nope.
I was thinking about doing the topic as. Oh wait, they're there right there. I was thinking about doing the topic as handling events and holidays in like early sobriety, or not even just early.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense, especially because today's the day.
Exactly. Exactly. So, Scotty boy. What's going on, brother? Can you hear us?
Sorry, I had a shower patch here. My bad.
Yeah. Can you hear us, Scott? Can you hear him, Travis, or no?
No, he's not even talking to him. Can you hear us, Scott? You want your ice cream, Ethan? Yeah. If you want to play that, you have to play it out there because I'm going to be sitting out here, okay?
Scott, I just texted you.
Can you hear us, Scott, at all? Now he's frozen up.
Yeah. Oh shit. Trav, where'd you go?
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I just had a text message.
So he can't hear us. It's just weird. Can you try taking the phone thing out, Scott?
I don't know. It doesn't seem like he hears us.
Huh. Yeah, he can't. I don't know what that would be. I don't, because it's got to be.
And if he didn't, like when you log into a Zoom and it asks you, do you want to use audio? Like if you don't click the right thing, it doesn't play the sound.
Yeah.
Can you hear? No. You can't hear?
Can you?
I don't think he can hear us.
I'm gonna tell him to change.
Like maybe go up in the left corner. There's that little speaker. Maybe he can, or sign out and back in.
Texted you, Scott. It says he's connecting the audio now.
There you go. I think he just because sometimes you actually hit the wrong button and it won't let you, if you don't click Wi-Fi or service, it just doesn't connect you to audio at all on your phone.
Scott, try talking.
Oh, he's going to probably log out and log back in, maybe.
If you're on right now, we're just trying to get the Eric Zanker. What's going on, brother? Sorry, just 1 second. We're just trying to get the audio up and running right now for a boy. And I'm at my computer, so. Huh. Yeah, we just had like 4 people on.
Nice. Sorry I haven't been as content, man. I got my unemployment cut off unexpectedly. Like, I was supposed to have more of it, and they just cut it off in West Virginia.
Oh, dude, that sucks, bro. States are really, that's not, it's crazy.
Well, like, my thing is, it could have gave me a warning. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't give me any kind of notice, so I kind of got caught off guard. And I've been door dashing all week to make the money back, but like the last couple of weeks have been kind of crazy, so that's why I hadn't responded and been zooming.
It's all good, brother. Thanks for jumping on, dude. I totally
I'm happy
understand the busyness.
About 20 days until the baby's born.
Yo, good shit. Is it boy or girl?
Yeah. Boy.
How exciting.
So I have 2 boys from my first marriage. There will be 7 and 5 this year. She has a son, Ethan, who will be 6 this year, and then we're having this, 4 boys.
Yeah, he still can't hear us.
Now he's frozen. I wonder why.
Let me try.
I think maybe it's Bluetooth.
Hello, hello. How do I just... Would you want to...
You could type in the chat to him and
oh, yeah.
See what he says.
Where's the message thing?
You're on your computer, I don't know, but it should say like something like more, there'll be 3 dots.
Oh, yeah.
And it'll say chat.
I don't know, Scott. It's got to be on his end, though. It's not showing me a spot to message. Hold on. Shit.
Come on. Chat. Right. There he is.
There he is.
For some reason, it wasn't coming through my Bluetooth. I don't know what happened.
It's all good.
I said it. I think it's his Bluetooth. I said that. That was something I said.
Is that something you said, Trev?
It was something I said.
Eric, what were you trying to say, buddy? How do I just what? Well, Scott, what's up, brother?
Not much, man.
Happy 4th of July, guys.
Happy 4th.
Yes. Okay, we are Choosing Recovery week 7. Week 7, man. It should be like week 8, but we missed a week on my behalf. Super busy. So I was thinking with the topic, with it being the 4th of July, you know, just discussing some ways, like in our early recovery, how we handled events and holidays and things like that. But let's go around and let's introduce ourselves again. I'm Scott. My wife's Olivia. We're part of Choosing Recovery.
I'm Travis. I'm just Travis. It's Travis on TikTok. @_it's Travis.
It's now just, that's what it is now?
Yeah.
Is that the last one?
I think so. Yeah, I'm not trying to be clever anymore and stuff.
Okay.
Just
Travis.
I did like the Mr. Rogers.
I did too.
Yeah, I like that too, but it just didn't really make a bunch of sense unless you were in on it.
Yeah.
So.
Someone's probably like, "Who's this?"
So I'm Scott. I'm Scott. I'm an alcoholic. Name is Recovery Grind Oatmeal. Oh, actually, it's Recovery Grind Oat Shark on TikTok.
Oat Shark.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, again, everybody, yeah, happy 4th of July. We are going to discuss some. I'll keep it on the eye. Early Recover Me events weren't really a thing. My family's so scattered out, you know, so the only thing we really celebrated were birthdays, but for me it was always just another excuse. It was more a bad idea for me to go out in my early recovery because I was sick, man, and I was sick for a long time, and with this time around I changed every aspect of my life to where it just I had to give up things in life that meant for me to be able to stay clean and sober today. So do I think like after 3 years could I go to a wedding? You know, could I go to a birthday party where I know we're like with family and I know that my family drinks and everything like that? Yeah, I do. As long as I set boundaries with my loved ones that are around me and with myself, you know, like if I start feeling uncomfortable, maybe I should talk to someone, or maybe I should just upright and leave. If I'm uncomfortable, I built such a big support network around myself that it's made it that much easier for me to reach out for help, because that was always the issue. I would never be the man to say, all right, I need help, I'm not comfortable here, like I need to go. I would just put myself through those things just to please everyone around me. So those 3 big things right there are really what help me with not just events and holidays, but my everyday living. So, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I think, you know, so it's, best way to say this. I'm in a position now through, you know, the program that I'm working with, the group of people I'm working it with, has taught me a lot. And really, ultimately, for me, I have to, as it says in the big book of AA, enlarge my spiritual, whatever. And I have to enlarge the spirituality of my life. I have to make sure that I'm connected to my program, to people, and to my higher power.
Yeah.
And if I'm spiritually fit, then I can go. I think it says in the big book, you can go to the most sordid places on earth and help other people or be able to be okay. But that's if you are spiritually fit, if you are connected to a program. So, like yesterday, I was at a little cookout or barbecue for the 4th of July weekend, and everybody else was drinking. And I'm not going to pretend like I didn't consider a drink, but the idea, like, it would be nice to have a beer and just relax. That would be cool, right? And the reality is that's not how that goes for me. You know, I start with a beer and I end up somewhere in another state or some shit.
Absolutely.
Like, it's never that. So, like, I've gotten to the point in my recovery that I've accepted I'm okay with, like, genuinely okay with never having a drink again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not too much for me to think about anymore. It was for a long time. But my life has gotten so good in recovery that I'm not looking to get out of myself, you know, with an alcohol or a drug. So being at a party or an event doesn't necessarily trigger me. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to go intentionally hang out with a bunch of people who are getting fucking hammered or high. Like, I can't put myself in that position. It's the old saying, if you're in a barbershop long enough, you're gonna get a haircut. You know? So if I put myself in bad spots, it doesn't matter how spiritually fit I am, it's only a matter of time. Now, like today, we're going to go to there's food trucks, there's a little lake with the beach, and we're going to go hang out. I'm sure there'll be people drinking. Like, I'm 100% certain of that. But I'm in a position today that I feel comfortable doing that. But that's only because, you know, for me, everybody's different, but I work a 12-step program. I go to 2-3 meetings a day. I try to work with other people, and I pray several times a day. Like, for a lot of people, that seems like a lot. Like, oh, man, that's a lot. But it's, you know, if I think about it, like, I have 24 hours a day. If I want to have a good life, I have to dedicate 2 hours of my life to not being a shitbag. like it's pretty simple for me. If I just set aside 2 of that 24, I can stay sober and be useful to other people. So that's like how I handle like the 4th of July or events, is just making sure leading up to that event that I'm putting in the work that will make sure that I'm safe through that event, you know. But I can't just show up and then white knuckle it. Like, that's not going to work for me. I'm going to get beat with my disease every time.
Yeah.
On that. So that's kind of how I handle events and holidays.
Well, I think if everyone did that, not just people in recovery or early recovery, like if people just did that in their normal everyday life, that's just working towards being a good person, a better person to our society. You know, I think it's very important to take some time out of your day to self-reflect and to, it's self-care, man. It really is. It's a part of self-care. Now, what do you guys think on, like, people, like, learning, like, because you're going to run into things like that. There's probably not going to be a time in everyone's life where, like, you don't, like, not run into, like, people out at the bar or, like, drinking and things like that. So, what's your opinion on some ways to handle that, you know, like, if that does happen?
I don't go to bars.
Not even just bars, though, like family events.
Well, as far as my holidays go, like, you know, I'm hanging out with everybody I want to hang out with today. That's all, and you know, that's what I have to do. I'm 7 months. I'm just over 7 months in, and I know there's parties. I know my friends are all partying and hanging out and drinking and doing their thing, man. But I just can't go. And I've actually, to be honest with you, it's been one of the hardest days I've had in a very, very long time. I've spent all day just cutting my grass, and I've been working all day, which is the total opposite of what I want to do. You know what I mean? I want to be out with my friends. I want to be out there partying and having a good time, and I'm not. And it's been a very, very hard day. Family events, most of my family doesn't drink. My oldest daughter, she likes to drink, but I mean, she's not an alcoholic. She just likes to go out and party with her friends and stuff like that. But during family events, she doesn't really, you know, it's not like she's showing up with a bottle and a case of beer or nothing.
Yeah.
Most of my family doesn't drink. My wife doesn't even drink. She would when I would back in the day, you know, she would drink, but not like I would. You know, she would drink till she caught herself a little buzz, and then she'd be done, and then I would drink everything else and it'd be the shit show for the night. So yeah, the way I'm handling it right now is just, you know, I'm doing this podcast. Actually, I was looking forward to doing this today because it's one of the few times I get to see other faces other than my wife's face. And, you know, sit here and talk to you guys for a little bit. I got a couple of meetings I'm going to hit later, and that's pretty much going to be my holiday this year. This is the first year. This is my first 4th of July. Not doing what I normally do. So
that's why it's such a strong and an important message. Like I said, like if I have to give up things in my life for me to have a life, then that's what we have to do. Like what you just said, Scott. Like I'm with my family. You know, we've been working all day because we have orders to fill for our new business. You know, when we could be out with all our families are doing things. You know, it's sacrifices. It's I want to grow. I want to go places. I don't want to just be at a standstill. I want to constantly better myself. And it's messages like that here. And like, you know, that's why this really helps people, because someone could feel the exact same way, but not have a group of guys they can reach out to. And they can sit in their shit all day long of wanting to go out and do things to where that's a reality and that happens. Because people don't have an outreach. People don't have meetings. People don't know people. And people get stuck. And it's sad that that's the case. That's why I'm so glad I found the community that we found, man, because it's just, for me, it just seems like it's not a possibility where I don't have someone that I can't reach, you know, or I just keep calling. So
my wife definitely picked up on it today too. She just mentioned to me a little while ago. She was like, "You seem off today," and I said, "Oh, I am. I'm way off today."
That's a good one.
It's been a bit of a struggle, you know, but she's got my back. She's here.
Yeah.
She's here with me. My youngest daughter, she's off with, I think she's actually working right now. She's working until 4, I think. But I'm sure she's going to go to her boyfriend's house, and they're going to go see the fireworks. My middle daughter's out by the lake with her boyfriend's family, and they're gonna do fireworks. My oldest daughter's with her boyfriend out doing fireworks. My son's with his girlfriend. They're going out to do things, and it's just it's different this year. You know what I mean? It used to be all of us were together all the time, and
Yeah.
The kids are all getting older and out doing their own things, and my friends are still doing the things that I used to do, and I can't be around that. So
Yeah, I think to Scott's point, like he didn't say the word, but it's what it sounds like to me is it's about like genuinely having your priorities in order.
Yeah.
Like grown up stuff, not like because a lot of people say it and they want to be perceived as having I did this. I want to make it seem like I have my priorities in order. But like when Travis is sitting alone in a room, do I really? What are my actual thoughts?
Yeah.
Not that bullshit I'm portraying to other people. And like my priority is being here for my family, being of service to other people. And if I drink today, then I can't do either of those. So what's more important? Me getting fucked up and being useless and then ruining my family, or just making it through today sober. It is a sacrifice, but I honestly I don't feel like I'm missing anything. I would miss what I would lose in exchange for that more than I'm missing drinking. You know what I mean? Like if I go out and drink tonight, I lose my family. That's happening. That is fucking done. And we have 16 days until our baby's born. If I went out and drank tonight, less than 3 weeks before our baby's born, that's so selfish and self-centered of an action for me that it's that's just unacceptable. So my priorities are making sure, like today, my priority is making sure my pregnant fiance is okay, that she's having a good time, that my stepson's having fun at the fireworks and stuff. It's not about Travis, because Travis is super selfish and self-centered. That's what the program I'm working has taught me, is if I work with others, if I'm checking on other alcoholics, if I'm not worried about what Travis wants or feels like, if I get out of myself and think about other people, I'm fine. Travis ends up being great. But if I sit here and think about, all the things I'm missing or how sad I am about it, or like, this is just bullshit, I wish I could do it. For me, that's a dangerous, dangerous path to be on, So when I'm feeling kind of like Scott seems like he's feeling, the thing that I would, that I try to do is find like something to do like he did. That's a great idea. Or try to find another alcoholic, because there's millions of us struggling every day, and I know Scott does a whole lot of outreach on his TikTok. So I'm sure he has an inbox full of people that are hitting him up. So like just doing that kind of thing to almost distract yourself. You know what I mean? That's something I've found work.
Because honestly, the things that run through my head is like my repercussions to go out drinking today probably wouldn't be that bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
My wife might be like, "Oh, I wish you hadn't gone out drinking." But I know myself. You know what I mean? I know me, and I know I wouldn't just go have one or two. I would drink until I'm fucking laying in the front yard later on, and
tomorrow and the next day.
Yeah, so I don't want to go back down that path again, and I don't want to have to start all over again, man. I've worked really hard to get where I'm at, and I'm fucking staying here.
Yeah, man. 7 months, by the way. I haven't said anything. Congratulations. I hope everybody watching this. 7 months is a long fucking time.
Absolutely,
that's a long
dude.
fucking
Absolutely.
time.
I remember the first 24 hours, man. It was getting there, and yeah, be proud of that. Every day's a new day too, man. Eric, I put my number in the comments, so if you can text me, we will add you to the weekly, the group chat, and then you can jump on weekly with us. I see you're having trouble trying to get on now, so we can make sure that won't happen again. But yeah, Scott, dude, like it's been a hard day for me too. I don't know, and I don't know why. 4th of July's never really been a big day for me. I think it's just.
4th of July's always been a drunken mess for me.
Yeah, So I think another thing too that I always wanted to focus on was just not putting too much on my plate as well. When I get to the point where You know, I'm getting anxiety that I really can't control. I know I'm just doing too much. So this doing this here weekly on top of my meetings as well, because if there was no one watching this was still an amazing conversation that still helps me get through my day. And that's how I look at it, you know. We're not in this to get a bunch of subscribers or do that. We're just in it to reach the person that we don't even know who they are and make sure that they can at least get to talk to someone or get the help they need. We had someone reach out from London because we were on the news. The Men's Recovery Podcast was on our news in our local area. Yeah, so we did an outreach thing, and we're just trying to add more options in our local community because out here, like, the heroin epidemic is really bad. So we're really trying to hit on that in our local community, and we've been picking up so much outreach from other places besides here that it's just been awesome. And you get to meet new friends, you get to meet new people you never, you know, I've never met you two a day in my life, you know, and I feel like I've known you for a long time. So
yeah,
that's the awesome thing about it. So.
And I think to the holiday thing, you know what I mean, to Scott's point, like, it's not so much that we're missing something, we're just doing something that we aren't used to doing.
Exactly.
You know, we're uncomfortable because we're not doing what we the routine is off. And I don't know about you guys, but as an addict, I'm a fucking creature of routine.
Yeah.
Like, if you fuck my schedule up, I'm in trouble. And that's sober, you know? So if you're used to every 4th of July, there's a set kind of expectation, and now you're shocking me out of that. That's going to throw me off.
It is.
But I think
right now, I've already had 15 beers, and I'm blowing shit up and shooting shotguns and doing all kinds of craziness that I should be doing.
You know, so I think we have to give ourselves some grace in that. Sorry, my dog has to go out. But we have to give ourselves some grace in that. You know what I mean? To understand, you know, this is recovery. I think it's important for anybody to know is not about not drinking or using for me. It is about changing the way of life.
Absolutely.
Because it wasn't just the drugs and alcohol weren't the problem with Travis. Travis was the problem. You know, they just exacerbated the issue.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, I think it's important. Like, for me, the thing of the 12 steps is, other than the first step where we have to admit that we're powerless, there's not another word in all 12 steps that says alcohol or drugs. Nothing. It's all about changing the way you're living your life. And I think, you know, like, today you're changing, you know, the 4th was a couple years ago I got drunk, but it wasn't I'm not dealing with the same thing you are, you know? But you're changing the way of life, and change is hard, man.
It is.
It's fucking hard. So
I normally would have spent the morning drinking off my hangover from yesterday because I didn't have to work yesterday.
Right.
So I would have been drinking off, 2 days worth of hangovers to feel better today, and then I'd be drunk and I'd be at somebody else's house and doing the same shit over again, just with a bunch more people.
It's just an excuse for us to get more fucked up. It really is. You know, that's why.
My neighborhood, it's a unique neighborhood. I live out in the middle of nowhere, for one, but I know all of my neighbors.
Yeah.
And I bought a little golf cart back in the day. I still have my little golf cart. I love it. But I would put a cooler on the back of it, full of ice and beer, and just ride to whoever's house was drinking at the time. So, like, nobody ever thought that I drank way too much. They just thought I was drinking with them. But little did they know, I drink with them one day, then go to a different house another day, a different house another day. And no matter where I went, I could drink with somebody. I had a little green machine out there that would take me wherever I wanted to go.
You know, I think that's a good. Like, I think 4th of July and holidays for people like me and maybe you guys, like, I'm not doing anything different on the 4th of July than I do on a Tuesday in fucking May. Right. It's just I now have a public excuse to do it, and people won't look at me like I'm a crazy person.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's how we have to live our life in our recovery, though. You know, like he said, like how hard it is for him to sit there and, you know what I mean, not go do the things he used to do. That's how it's gonna feel, and you're gonna feel that way. But it's important that you have the background behind you, the support to be able to reach out and say, like, hey, this is how I'm feeling, before it does get to a point where a thought turns into a reality, you know, until it actually happens. And if we live our life, you know what I mean, fighting to stay clean and sober as we did to go out and have, you know, it's night and day. It really is.
Yeah, I spent today cleaning the golf cart instead of riding around getting drunk on it.
There you go, man.
There you go.
There you
Yeah, I
go.
think for me it kind of boils down to the program that I worked. Scott was there for a little bit, so he kind of knows what I'm talking about. But the way we think about it is like, as an alcoholic, I'm so selfish and self-centered. Everything revolves around Travis. Everything. The first thing I worry about in the morning is what I'm going to do, or how I feel about something, or what something makes me feel like. So, holidays are something where I can get really selfish and be worried about how I feel about today, or how I'm sad, or I'm just, I've done it today. So I have to check my ego and try to find something, even if I don't want to, go find something else to be of service to somebody else, so I don't worry about what Travis wants.
Correct.
And if I do that, then it's crazy, but I know they say you got to give it away to receive it or whatever, but it genuinely has changed everything for me just to not worry about Travis so damn much, because I thought the world revolved around me. I was in a fucking shock when they told me it didn't, so.
Bit pissed off about it.
Yeah.
I was not happy about that information.
Well, all right, guys. Well, awesome. Glad to see you guys here today. Super excited about the news coming on. We have a lot of other events going on too. We were actually talking about. I know it might sound silly, but we're actually going to start doing this Monday group. If you guys want to be a part of it, you're more than welcome to. I know things are busy. She's trying to grab people that are around the schedule. But what we're going to do is we're going to sit here with the guys and the girls and have try to get 10 of us. And what we'll do is we'll talk, but the whole time we'll be drawing a picture and we'll have a topic on it. And then what you do is at the end of after the topic's all, you show it and everything and what you drew, how it relates.
Reception.
Yeah, so it's just something fun that my wife came up with. I like to draw and shit, so it's fun. You got open-minded.
My wife's over here picking on me. She says, wait till they see her drawing skills. You guys
sick figure. No, it's just being open-minded though, and just adding different things to your life that you haven't tried before, and it's a lot of fun. She's also gonna do a book club with the ladies on recovery literature of people's stories and things like that, and we're just adding things. And we're growing, and thanks for being a part of it. It means a lot.
And I just wanted to, anybody who's listening, whether it's now or later, I'm sure that you guys feel the same way, but if anybody out there needs help, is struggling, reach out to me or, whoever at it's Travis on TikTok, and I will respond. I will help in any way that I can, and I'm sure these guys feel the same way. I know Scott's constantly doing it.
Yeah, I spend a lot of time responding to people.
Yeah, so it doesn't, and it doesn't have to be public if you don't want it to be. It can just be in direct messages,
Absolutely.
I just don't want people to feel like they can't.
Yeah, people need to not that I give advice or try to tell anybody how to live their life when they do reach out. But I do make suggestions hey, the How It Works meeting. Hey, there's a meeting at 7 o'clock. There's a meeting at 10 o'clock. I'll give them all the meeting information. Now, and especially if it's a female, and I don't mean to say that I talk to a lot of females. I do. But if you just reach out to me, but then I don't see you show up to a meeting, or, you say that you tried, but you couldn't do it. But if it's happened 5 times, and you're still not showing up to meetings, but then you're still just trying to talk to me, I'm going to stop talking to you. Mm-hmm. Because then you're not, it doesn't seem to me like you're truly trying to get the help. You're just trying to talk to me or Travis or Scott. You got to take the steps that are suggested, or then it's, I'm not a counselor. I'm still fairly, as you heard on this podcast today, I'm still fairly new at this. I'm struggling like hell myself today. I'm struggling really hard. I'm not no know-it-all when it comes to recovery. Yeah, my TikTok page has a lot of recovery content on it, but that does not mean that I have all the answers. and there's going to be answers that I can't give you. So if I give you direction towards a meeting, whether it's NA, AA, or just fellowship meetings or whatever, try showing up those meetings. There's a lot more people in those meetings that have been in this a lot longer than I have, that will have better answers for you, have better direction for you, and can help you work your step. Like, I don't work the steps. There's people that can help you work the steps. Travis is great. You know, he's in a How It Works program that works the steps. And if you're a female, there's a lot of women in there that can help you work the step. And it's more of it's a group sponsorship type of thing, to where there's multiple people that help you work the steps. And I mean, if you like one particular person, if you're a woman and say Michelle Singletary's in there, she loves helping people work the steps. She's really good at it. Travis, you know, any guys out there, that's the kind of things that has to happen. You can't just message me a bunch of times, but then not actually do anything about it, because then it just becomes now you're just trying to talk to me, and I'm not comfortable with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it comes down to willingness. You know, I know when I first, it took me a couple years to even get, you know, I'm almost at 5 months here in like 6 days, but to even get that long took me 2 years of trying once after a decade of using. You know, it's hard to get sober for a lot of people. It was for me, but you have to be like Scott, exactly what you're saying, man. Like, if you message me, I'll spend most of my day, my fiance gets frustrated because I spend a lot more time trying to help other people that are other alcoholics and drug addicts than I probably do with her, you know? But that's what I have to do to stay sober, or I can't be of any service to her. But if you ask me for help and I suggest something that's helped keep me sober and it's helped keep millions of other people sober, and you're like, nah, well then I don't like, Scott, like, I don't know what you want me to do there. Right. So I'm not just going to just talk to you I'm here to help, not be your best friend. I know it sounds rude, but like, that's not what I'm here for. Yeah. You know?
I mean, think of it as like you're building an army, you know what I mean? Like, when you go to a meeting, you're building multiple friendships and relationships with people, you know? So it does help expand and make it that much harder, like, to say, like, oh, I don't have anybody around me, when you have a lot more people than you think.
Yeah, the network is huge, especially with TikTok and the Zoom meetings. And, like, I know people all around the world now. Like, it could be 3 o'clock in the morning. I know there's somebody that I can talk to.
Exactly.
So, well, and like, the thing, it just came to mind, Scott, really just clicked something. Sorry. You know, when we are in alcoholism, like, if we're fully drunk, like in that active addiction or alcoholism, when we're really rolling, you know, I know me, like, I wanted other people in society to not be judgmental, to not be closed-minded, right? Like, I mean, I know that some of them are, but like, I didn't want that, right? So what I'm asking is, if you are struggling and you come to one of us for help, do not be the closed-minded person you hate towards what we tell you will help get you sober. Because I have a lot of, and I did it, so I'm not above it. I was one of these people, which is why I try to speak on it. Like, you know, when I went into AA, like, they say God a lot. So I was like, well, can't work. I'm not, not me. No, you know? Like, and I was just finding things that confirmed my bias that this wasn't going to help me. You know, I was looking for confirmation bias. And the reality is, you know, I found God in AA. Like, I have become, you know, and I don't care if you're an atheist, if you're Muslim, if you're Jewish, I do not care. But, like, I found a higher power for me. And I was so close-minded at first. So I'm just asking that you don't make the same mistake I did, and don't be a hypocrite. If you don't want people to be closed-minded and judgmental, don't be closed-minded and judgmental of a person who believes in God now because it keeps them sober. Like, whatever it takes to keep you sober, fucking do it. I don't care. You know?
Don't go looking for an excuse to say you don't want to be there.
Correct.
Right.
You'll find it. You'll find it.
Yeah. So I just don't. If you want people to be open and accepting of you, being open-minded to different forms of recovery. Like you said, I work How It Works 12-step AA, but that's not for everybody, you know? And that's
I'll I'll probably be back at How It Works really soon. I mentioned to Michelle the other day that I was thinking about going back to the meetings, and she was like, "Oh," she got excited.
Yeah, we'd love to have you. Yeah, but like, you know, some people don't like that. Some people work NA, or you don't work a 12-step. You do it a different way. Some people use MAT. Some people smoke weed. Whatever. As long as my philosophy, and this kind of runs counter to some AA, I guess, but like as long as you are not destroying your life and the people around you, whatever got you to that place, do that. Like, you know what I mean? Do whatever keeps you from pawning everything in your house, being homeless, and going to prison. Like, whatever prevents that, do it.
All right, guys. Well, like I said earlier, man, super grateful to have you on here. Glad that we're able to keep this going. Like I told the guys last week, we were things have finally gotten caught up. We're able to like maintain everything we're doing and keep up with things now, so it's not so hectic. Plus, we had my boy's year birthday last week. That's why it was we couldn't really get on. So yeah, again, we're on everything. We got the second camera. Got a new futon. No, so we're just trying to, we're adding things. We're adding things. And it feels wicked good. So I'm glad you guys stuck it out with us. And I'll see you guys next week, all right?
All right, gentlemen.
All right.
Stay sober.
Thanks for everybody that joined on. If you'd like to be a part of what we're doing, man, just message us in our YouTube platform or over on our TikTok. Hope you have a blessed day. We're out of here.